Esther Rubin dreamed of her marriage to Mark Corcoran. It was to be a beautiful new beginning for both of them.
It's as if getting married for us was starting this new life.
While dating, Esther had noticed that Mark seemed a bit disorganized.
I just sort of chalked it up to stress.
But it was Mark's trip to visit his sister in England that changed everything.
They went and got the rental car, and when he was sitting in the rental car, he turned to his sister and said, "So when are we going to go get the rental car?" At which point everybody said, "Something's not right."
Nothing made sense, after that moment, really.
You felt confused.
Completely confused.
I got a call that he was in the hospital because he just couldn't remember much of anything.
Back home in Connecticut, what followed were countless doctors and tests until finally, just 1 year after their wedding, Mark was diagnosed.
The doctor tells you, I think you have early onset Alzheimer's at 56. What went through your mind? What did you think?
I flashed on my father. I believe he had the disease.
I felt like I had been punched in the stomach, hit in the head. I had no idea. I had no inclination that that's what we were talking about. I felt like maybe we're building this sort of pyramid of our lives together. And with the diagnosis, that whole foundation was just gone, just crumbled. Everything changed, everything. That sense of security, stability, a future, hope for a future together.
Here in Connecticut, nearly 80,000 people have Alzheimer's disease that we know of, but we also know that there are many others that have not been diagnosed yet. One of our efforts here at the Alzheimer's Association is physician outreach.
What are other symptoms besides memory loss that you're familiar with?
At 47 years old, Esther became a caregiver.
I really didn't know that anybody younger than 75 or 80 could develop Alzheimer's. I didn't know much about the disease other than you lose your mind.
It feels like, that there's a clock ticking down to zero, on many days, I know how to do this and I can't do it.
He was forced to stop working.
Financially, it's devastating.
Today, Mark struggles with simple tasks.
Making a pot of coffee. Sometimes I have to put headphones on so I can't hear how difficult it is. It's heartbreaking.
Having Esther in your life, how amazing has that been for you?
That is the best thing about the situation. Somebody that understands and can kick me in the butt occasionally when I need to. It's made the world of difference.
I always try to keep in mind it's not Mark, it's the disease.
The Connecticut Alzheimer's Association has been their anchor.
Hello, this is Jennifer. Thank you for calling our helpline. How can I help you?
You don't need to call us if, wait until there's a crisis. Call us any given day. A small question. Nothing's too small, nothing's too big. Call us for anything. We are information, we are referral, we are care consultation, we are everything. We are here to help anyone dealing with this disease at any stage.
It is 99% donor-based, and so all our services are free to those that have been affected with this disease and their family members.
It was Carolyn DeRocca who led Esther and Mark to the association's GAP group.
It's a lifesaver. There's really no other way to describe it in one word.
GAP stands for Giving Alzheimer's Purpose, and the group came up with the name themselves, and it's for individuals who are early stage, and we also have a specific one here in the Hartford area that's early stage younger onset. I think it shocks people when I tell them about my group. I mean, my youngest client right now is 44.
We do a lot of laughing, we do a lot of crying, a lot of support, a lot of listening, a lot of talking. But just knowing that there are other people in this situation.
You're not alone, and it's not going to get better, but you can still do things. You can still make a difference.
And they are by sharing their story.
I don't have $1 million to donate to research or support or anything, but what I can do is talk about it. I can let people know this is not an 85-year-old person's disease. It's important. If you see something, if you think something, you have to get it addressed. You have to talk about it.
Everyone has a story, and that story will help another person. And we want to reach out to them and get them involved in something that they're interested in and helping us move the cause. We cannot do this without our volunteers.
The disease is what it is, and unless somebody has just hit the jackpot and discovered how to reverse time, you know, it's going to follow course.
You just have to laugh about everything. Mark might look at the dish and say, oh, they look clean to me, and put everything away, and then I start to take them out and say, nope, that was last night's dinner still on here. I can't change our future. I can do the best I can to learn and to support Mark, and the love is still there. That'll never change, because Mark is Mark, and even when things are hard, he's still the same charming, sweet, loving, funny person he's always been. It's harder to express it. I don't want to know what's way down the road. I can't handle it. What I can handle is here, and maybe tomorrow, and maybe the next day. And that's how I have to go through it. Anything can happen any day to anybody. At least we know we have some time. As heartbreaking as every day is to see what today's struggle is, at least we know.